So today we're going to go through the most common breakfast items in Japan, some weird stuff, and I'll show you how to prepare everything as well so you can get a little more Japanese diet in your life. How about that? And what's breakfast anyways without eggs? And oh my god, that was super cringy. So Tamagoyaki actually became popular in Japan after World War II, when their government started to push people to eat more proteins, and I mean, there's almost no better protein than eggs, right? So in this rolled up omelette, it's normal to put meat in, which is kind of a sweet Japanese cooking wine, some sugar, a little bit of soy sauce, and salt. And then in a specialized pan, a square pan, a Tamagoyaki pan, you layer it and roll it, layer and roll as you go. And you will end up with thin layers in a rolled up omelette. It's really that simple. Now you can make this at home without a square Tamagoyaki pan. You can use a circular one, just fold in the sides as well. And you don't have to use chopsticks if you don't want to, or if you don't have the skill. In Japan, they actually say that you can call yourself a true Japanese if you're able to make a Tamagoyaki. And in sushi shops, they have these nigiri pieces with some egg on top. That's actually a version of Tamagoyaki called Dashi tamago, which is exactly the same as Tamagoyaki, but you put some dashi stock in it as well. And if you don't know what dashi stock is, keep watching. So dashi is a stock made from Kombu, which is a type of seaweed, kelp, and also Bonito flakes, which are called katsuobushi in Japan, which are kind of dried tuna flakes. Now you won't get any strong or salty flavor from this, and dashi stock is usually nicknamed umami water. So if you try to drink some dashi stock, it's not salty or anything, you'll just taste the umami and also the kelp. Now dashi is usually a building block for nabe, which is a Japanese hot pot, and it's the most important thing when you're making miso soup, which is one of the most iconic and important things in Japanese breakfast. Making miso soup is really easy once you have your dashi down. Now if you don't want to make dashi by yourself, you can go to your Asian grocery store or order online dashi granules in small packs. I'll leave a link down in the description for you if you're too lazy to make your dashi. So to make miso soup, simply whisk in your miso in your dashi. And technically then you have your miso soup, but just miso and dashi is kind of boring, so you can actually throw in whatever you like in there. And a little tip for you, if you want kind of hard vegetables to soften up in this soup, actually boil it in the dashi before adding the miso. If you overboil the miso, it will taste kind of off, so don't do that. So miso soup can be customized to your liking. Throw in anything you want in there, anything goes. Miso dates back until the 4th century BC, and it's still in use today, so it's gotta be good for you, right? You know what else is good for you? Rice. Rice was introduced to Japan in 300 BC, which is just 1 year shy of miso. So you know it's gotta be good for you, right? And as you all know, in Asia and in Japan, rice is consumed quite often. And breakfast is no exception. Everybody knows how to make rice, right? But one thing I see in the West is that people skip the most important step, which is rinsing off the excess starch of the rice. Now, I gotta admit, when I was living back home in Norway, I never bothered to rinse the rice at all. I mean, fuck that, right? But once you start doing it, you will see that the quality of your rice when it's done is elevated and better than the shitty one you had. And for breakfast in Japan, if you don't want to have just plain white rice on the side, you actually can put toppings on it. And the most common topping here in Japan is to just crack 1 or 2 raw eggs on the top. And I know what you guys are thinking. I'm not a raw egg. Well, don't be a bitch and try it, and mix it with some soy sauce as well. I eat this for breakfast almost daily. And I'm pretty sure that more than half of Japan eats this for breakfast as well. And if you want to take it even one step further, you can go ahead and pour on some natto to make it natto Tamagotchi gohan. Natto, as you may know, is kind of an infamous item here in Japan. It's fermented soybeans, aka rotten soybeans. And while it looks and smells absolutely horrid, the taste is actually amazing. It kind of tastes like cashews, I think. Lots of people have their own kind of taste experience with it. For me, it tastes like kind of peanuts and cashews mixed with soy. There is no breakfast in Japan without some sort of fish protein, yakisakana, grilled fish. I chose the most common one, which is just salted salmon, but there is a huge selection of different fish that you can eat for breakfast in Japan, so live a little and try a little. In supermarkets in Japan you can buy like pre-salted fillets of salmon, which you can just throw in the designated fish grill we have here. If you can't get a hold of pre-salted salmon, just salt the salmon, goddammit, and then leave it in the fridge for a day, and you're all set. And also, if you don't have a kick-ass fire oven like I have, you can pan fry it, it's fine. And then to round it all off, of course Japan has a Western style breakfast as well, which is usually a salad, fried egg, buttered white toast and sausages, but these sausages are made to look like small squids. It's really adorable and fun to eat. While eating them, you can actually pretend to be a giant whale and then just swallowing like 12 of them at once. It's really great. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this style of video, let me know down in the comments, and also remember to subscribe. It really makes my day, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Emiru, auto!